This is the third part in the one flag tutorial, and this you better pay attention because this is the most complicated and important part, and this is the section on hidden flags. The way we got, or short, I should say it's the scripters, the way the scripters got one flag to work so beautifully, and the scripters in this case are Captain Punch, Extraterrestrial, and Yamatis Big Butt, and they did a wonderful job of using the built-in CTF mode. But one of the tricks to getting it to work was to manipulating the flags to spawn where they wanted them to, and to hide the not only the flags but also hide the waypoints. So I'm going to be showing you how to do all that. It's the scripting that hides the waypoints by running it through a complex series of spawning and deleting the flags at specific times to get rid of the flag stands, but you also have to get rid of you also have to get rid of the waypoint that goes with the flag. So in order to do that, as I said, it's very complicated, and you have to follow this to the letter because one misstep and it just will not work. So I'll explain the bits with with stuck on the ceiling again when I spawn the prefabs, and you're going to want the 1F red hidden or 1F blue hidden for blue side. Exactly the same, just different sides. So let's spawn that in, and we're gonna take a whoops, died there. Try again. We're gonna keep this outside here and take a close look at the parts of it. Okay, and I'm going to ungroup it so the whole thing's in group. This tube is provided, and it's where you're going to actually hide the flag. Now, if you're putting this on your forge map in your base, it's no big deal to either to hide these pieces behind a wall, or if you have a block, instead of using a block, use 4 walls and make an empty space, and you can hide the flag in there. But I provided this with the prefab just so that you have something to work with. Depending on your map. So if you don't have, or like if it's a terrain map, you can just have this pipe sticking out of the ground or whatever. Either way, these pieces have to be hidden, and not only do they have to be hidden, but that's a kill volume, and so you don't want random kill volumes on your map. So this is the kill volume, as I said earlier, that kills the extra flags. As I said, it's very complicated, but they just have the flag move to the kill volume, and the kill volume kills the flag. More complicated than that, but that's the general theory. So anyhow, I provided this hiding tube in your prefab just in case you need it. And in the case of this map, since it's a dev map, we are definitely going to need it. Now, although in theory you should be able to place it anywhere on the map, we found sometimes some maps glitch out and you don't get your flag spawn properly if this is too far away from the flag stand. So ideally you want it as close as you can get it to the flag stand without being in the way, without interfering with play, and kind of just somewhere out of the way, but still as close as possible. I would say within a 64-foot radius is probably best, although we haven't really tested the limits of it. Any map that we have so far with the piece in 64, within 64 feet tends to work just fine. Now, one caveat is you can't put it inside a kill volume. Like I wanted to put it just outside here, and that's a kill volume. That won't work because we want to be able to control the flags, and we want the flag to be able to sit out there. So it cannot be inside a kill zone, and you can't have a kill zone between the flag and the hidey spot. You can't have a kill zone, and sometimes on dev maps there's actual kill zones inside the walls. So if it passes through the wall, it may hit the kill zone that's inside the wall. So you want a clear line of sight between the flag and the hidey spot. So what I'm going to do on this map is just slide this pole around, or this tube around the pipe, and find a nice spot for it. And I think that's a good spot right there. We'll just stick that up to there in the corner. There we go. And I'll show you what we're going to do to determine the height. Okay. Oh, right. Also, the pipe can't be impeding like other geometry. So what we're going to do, we're going to put this to the wall, and we're going to pull it out until there's nothing inside the pipe. So it's just barely. It's still embedded in the wall, but none of the normal geometry. See, there's lots of room in here. Okay. So that's where that's going to go, but that's not the height of it. I'll show you that in a second. We're just going to drop that down as far as we can, and we're going to build around it. So the pieces that go in the pipe are this brain and this kill volume, and this is probably the most important part of this video. You're going to select the brain first, then the kill volume, then you're going to push up on the D-pad to group it, and without letting go to your object properties, make sure that the parent, see, look at the very bottom, it says script brain, make sure the parent is the script brain, and then you're going to weld it. This mode will not work unless this piece is welded. Everything will break if that is not welded, because what the welding does is it attaches this kill volume to the brain, and the kill volume will either be there or not there, depending on if the brain is spawned or despawned. So that is absolutely important. The other piece is this this piece here, and what this is the flag will be sent to this platform to hide within the pipe, and it's going to sit on top of this platform for reasons. It has to be it doesn't have to be above this unit, but typically we do that way. Everything can be conveniently hidden at the same place. So I'm just going to make the position on these pieces exactly the same, using the same method as above, okay, or as before, and then we're gonna move this into the position of the hiding pipe, and we're going to use the same trick that we used before. Here, let's just lower this a bit, okay, so that it's a good height. We're going to select the pipe. We're going to select the kill brain, the flag stand, and the cap, which is just the decorative cap for either the top or bottom, just so you can't see the flag inside there. As I said, we selected the pipe first, then these three items. Go to your object properties position and do the D-pad left-right thing we did earlier. So left, right, but don't do it for the height. Okay, that just lines everything up perfectly with this pipe. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we want to figure out where to put this contraption on the Z scale, like the height. And the one way to do that is you can just duplicate. Just for a second, you can just duplicate a flag stand. We're going to delete it in a second. We're just using this for measurement. Because this flag is going to be hiding on top of this piece here, we want to make sure that when it's there, that you can't see the flag sticking out. So if you're hiding it behind a wall, it shouldn't be a problem, but sometimes it's a real tight space and you don't have a lot of space to work with. You want to be sure that the flag is either as high as you can get it or as low as you can get it, so that this pipe it does not impede with the play space, but having a hard time describing this. You want to hide the flag. That's basically all it is. You want to hide this flag. But really you only need to hide the base of the flag. You can move this up so that the flag itself is inside the geometry or inside another forge piece. And as long as you can't see it from anywhere else in the map, you're good to go. Okay? So you just want to hide that flag, because otherwise you're going to see this red or blue flag flapping in the breeze, off to the side. We want to hide it. Okay? And as I said, we also want it as close to this. So you have to kind of figure out where you want this. so that it's as close as possible to the flag, but still hiding. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this pipe up again. We're going to see how high we can get away with putting this thing. And I lost it. It's outside the map. I don't know where it is, but let's, there it is. And way out there. You know what? I'm just going to delete it since I'm still holding it. And I'm outside the map, so I have to die. I might edit this out, or I might not. Probably not. Let's just spawn a new one, and I'll take that. It's the pipe itself is just under structures, pipes. Geez, was it a 9 or was it a 12? I can't remember. I think it was a 9. And boy, it's hard to forage on this map. You keep getting stuck on the ceiling here. Okay, so structures, pipes. I believe it was a 9 crouching, and I believe it was a 32 length. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. This time, let's be a little more careful. We're gonna line it to the pieces that were here just to save time. So select that. Object properties, position, left, right. There we go. Okay. Now this time I'm not going to jam it way up into the ceiling. I'm just going to see how high we can get away with putting this thing. That's. Yeah, remember that's going to be a kill volume there. So let's just go to the height of this here. So it's going. That's where it's going to end up there. And you see, you can't really see the flag sticking out from the top. So that's probably where that's going to end up. We're going to take this. Oh, wait a sec. It can be raised because the flag stand's going up there. We'll select this and this at the same time. And let's move them up to where we're hiding the flag. See? There we go. So what that means is the pipe only has to cover this. So let's lower that out of the way. We're going to take this. This is just so that you can't see up inside the pipe. We're going to align that with the bottom of this kill volume. There we go, perfect. And then we can raise this up. There we go, just so it's there. So there's the bottom of the pipe itself, and inside that is the kill brain and the flag stand. And there we go. So all that's left to do is to just change the. Let's just go white. Just change the color on it to match your map. Okay, I'm not going to bother doing that. You know what it should be. So you're going to get the bottom of the pipe, the other pipe, and just change the color on them so that they blend in well with your map. So there we go. We place the flag, and we place the hidden bits. Of course, you're going to do that exactly the same on blue side, and looks like blue side kind of has the same place. You're going to put the pipe up there as well, and the flag over top of that, and you're good to go. I'm just wondering if there's any little details I've forgotten. I don't believe I have. No, that's it. Flag's well hidden. Of course, you'll have to test once you get all your bits in place. You can probably test it at this point. No, wait, we have to put the respawn zones down first, which is the next video. So always make sure you test, and you can test this with one person. Just spawn in the one flag game mode that's also in my files. And if it's ever released in the matchmaking, it'll be listed in the 343 files as well. So test with the game mode, and what you should see is you should see your flag spawn on red side. You should spawn on red side. Your flag will spawn on red side, and there'll be nothing on blue side because you actually need a blue player on the other team to make the blue flag spawn. So when you're testing this, You can. It's best to test with one person on red team, one person on blue team, but you can test with one person on red team. It's just that you have to wait for round 2, because in round 2, the red team will spawn on blue side, and you will just see the a capture plate, a red or just a capture plate, which is the target of where you're going to be delivering your flag, and you should see the nav point above it. And if you see both of those in round 1 and round 2, then you should be good to go for a full test. But as I said, the more tests you do, the safer it will be. Okay, the next and final video will just be how to do your respawn zones so that you respawn on the right side, and that's what's up next. Thank you.